You burning my face.
Sorry. Hey, that's the intro right
I
there. Do the intro.
I don't know what the intro is. Nah, play. No, you get to do all the intro.
I know. I'll go do the intro.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q. I would say you know who, but this is a different channel. This is not Kicking It With Q. This is, we don't really know what the name of it
Kicking It
is.
with Bree and Q. I don't like kicking it. We gotta work on that.
Well, we'll work on the title, the name of the channel. This actually is going to be our new couples vlog lifestyle channel, right? I've been thinking about doing it for a while, just to get y'all relapse if you're watching this. Go subscribe to Kicking It With Q. That's KICKIN with ITQ. That's me. So make sure you go subscribe to that channel because that's a whole separate channel. So basically, that channel, yeah, I'm saying, so I gotta do the plug. So anyway, so
Plugs.
it is. So that way I gotta plug. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all go check that channel out because actually this what started this whole thing. But me and Bria had a lot of ideas of what we want to do, but those videos just don't go well with my truck channel. So it's just gonna be like a lifestyle vlog type channel.
Yep.
For the
Seeing
most part.
us on a somewhat regular basis, Quincy in his natural habitat,
Day to day.
all that good stuff.
Usually with no shirt on, you know.
Y'all should see what he's really wearing right now.
I know, right? You see the top, but don't see what's down below. Introduced, we've been together for that's your part.
It's still in my thunder now. Okay.
Nah, I just didn't remember.
Really?
I think, fellas, you know, 5 years. It's coming up on 5 years.
It's coming up on 5 years. 5 years.
So I'm giving us more credit.
Get it right.
Okay.
Get it right, boo-boo.
Go ahead, tell them.
Well, Quincy and I have been together for about 4.5 years now. 5 in November. Get it right. All in the Whataburger drive-thru.
Oh, you got that part right.
Oh, sorry.
You used to get what? You used to say
I used to say McDonald's. I
all the
could have sworn
time.
he was at McDonald's.
McDonald's. Like, nah, baby,
Because I
Whataburger.
remember like it's correct because it was Thanksgiving night. He had just left his mama's house from Thanksgiving dinner. He was still hungry. So I could have sworn because there was a McDonald's down the street. That's why I always stop McDonald's because there's
Yeah.
not a Whataburger close by. So
Well,
he swore McDonald's. I mean, it's close.
It's
It ain't
close.
that
It
close.
ain't close like McDonald's close.
Anyways, as he was ordering his Whataburger, his avocado bacon burger, in the midst of all of that,
It was a patty melt.
With
With a root beer. So if you ever want to send a Whataburger gift card, please.
We actually didn't date that long. Like date, you know.
Day before you made it official.
Before we made it official. I think we dated maybe like a month.
or two.
Yeah. Long story short, I invited him out for my birthday. He didn't want to go. Luckily he came. Look
Yeah.
where we're at now.
I know, now we're here. So
See, he could have still been sitting alone in his apartment somewhere if he didn't come to my birthday
she
party.
makes me I was just like a loser. Whatever, man. But yeah, you with me. I must have been the coolest loser you knew.
Whatever, on his scooter and all, y'all.
That's
Anyways,
another story.
better.
That's on the other channel. He had the idea that the good first video would be 60 days away from waiting.
Oh, we didn't tell y'all. We're getting married.
Yeah, so we're getting married in like 60 days. So
Yeah.
we thought a good first video would be 60 days from our wedding date. 60 days before I do, basically. I don't know, the title would be something like that.
Be Run.
Huh?
The title of the video is Run.
Right. But anyway, so we thought it'd be a good first video to do. So basically, we're gonna just talk about the wedding process and you know how everything kind of came together. Our experience with both. Rhea probably had a little more detail than I do because she kind of did most of the leg work. Things kind of moving quick. It went from very, very long engagement to
0 to 60.
yeah, real quick.
Literally.
Hey, for real. Hey, great, man. Sponsorship.
So Quincy proposed on February 3rd, my dad's birthday. Hey, Dad.
What?
Yeah, no. On February 3rd of 2017.
It was 20.
Yeah, 20.
No,
2018.
18,
I'm sorry.
18, yes, it was 2018.
Get my years mixed
And
up.
she, I said 5.
Whatever. I was a year off. You was a little bit off. Anyways.
I was a few months. It was a whole year.
Anyway. Well, you had the ring for a while, so we won't get into that. We have been engaged for about a year and a half now. So that shit's been a while.
Yeah.
So we've actually kind of seen a lot of friends get married. Some of my coworkers, a lot of people gotten married recently.
Mm-hmm.
They've gotten their weddings done quick. And I was like, hats off to y'all, because I cherish this year and a half. Even though we're getting to that point where we're like, all right, let's do this. Let's get this going. I'm actually happy we did take the amount of time that we did.
Yeah.
Wasn't too much, wasn't too little. Take our time, save, and really get what we really wanted. I will say, just with all the stuff in the wedding, I usually give Quincy about 3 different options. So 3. That was
more
his.
than 3.
That was his brain space.
You're
That was his
losing me.
limit. I learned that real
That's
quick.
it.
I would do most of the, the researching. I had help, like my mom helped. My friends have helped. Shout out to Pilar. She's actually an event planner. We'll put that in the description below. See, I can say that now. Description below. Description box. So Kenzie, our wedding coordinator. I'll talk a little bit more about her in a second when we get into like the venue and everything. I have had a lot of help. So just with planning, as soon as I wasn't just out there in the dark, just like, okay, I'd had that little moment of like, oh wait, where do we start?
Yeah.
But then, you just start talking to people, and that person know that person know that person, and then voila, you got yourself a wedding.
Fine. You say it's fine?
I mean, there were ups and downs. Yeah, I can actually say it's actually been pretty fun planning it. First of all, let me go on my rant real quick. I'm a planner, guys. So for me, I like to get stuff done. Quits take a little bit more time than I do. So that's something that I really had to learn, which is why I give him 3 options now. So, because me, I want to pull the trigger on something. Cause I'm like, it's right there. And he's like, no, let me think about it. So I'm like, no, but it's right there. So I have had to learn that. It helps calm me down, but I've learned that about him. With picking the venue, we looked at about 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay, don't do what we did. We went to like this dream wedding wedding spot, the very first one out the gate. Honestly, I'm still thinking like 10-year wedding anniversary down the line or something. Like I eventually want to have a party there. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You never know.
And I want a Lamborghini. I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, we can all dream. We can say speaking into the universe. Hey.
And I want a motorcycle, a BMW, and I need about 3 more GoPros and unlimited Oreos.
Who's gonna hold on these GoPros?
I don't know. Just
Anyways.
Okay. The 350 truck.
I want a Louis Vuitton purse. I want a Range Rover. I want a big house. I want a work car, a play car, a running errands car.
Yeah, just put it out there. You dream big. I put it out there.
Anyways, so don't do like we did. We went to this dream wedding venue up front. Gorgeous. Let's be honest, out of our price range. If we were getting married on a Thursday, could have totally made it work.
Yeah, for real.
But the way our budget set up, wasn't gonna happen. So, but I was getting ready to sacrifice a lot. I was getting ready to be like, I guess I don't need a wedding dress. I just put on a jumpsuit. I'm cool. We can only invite 10 people. It's cool. You go sacrifice.
Tell them what it is. Can we tell them the place?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Notting Hill.
Yeah, Notting Hill.
It's actually in right on Lake Louisville, but it's not in Louisville. I will say that. But I've actually seen a lot of weddings that have been posted there recently, and they definitely did an amazing job. I would say it's worth every penny if you got the penny.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nah, a lot of pennies.
It's worth the extra pennies if you got the extra pennies. We didn't have the extra pennies, so we decided to just go somewhere else.
And a Brinks truck.
Yeah, so that was the first look. That was like diving in head first into a venue that kind of helped us see like what we liked, what we didn't like, all that good stuff. We looked at a few smaller ones. I'll tell you guys this, we wanted an all-in-one. We're doing our ceremony and reception all in the same place. So that was one thing that we knew going into it. What I did realize with a lot of venues that we had looked at was they had set vendors. So up front, I will say I did not like that because the price on the venue may be great, but then your caterer may be double that price or double what you wanted to spend. Right. So it's kind of like, is it worth getting your dream venue, but then having to, robbing Peter to pay Paul to have a caterer and all this extra stuff too. We actually went out to a place in McKinney. Y'all, this place was like in the boonies. Like,
which one?
Remember we took like 75 and we got off 75. And we went through like this real nice neighborhood, and all of a sudden it turned into a back road, and then it turned into a dirt road. So we were like, where are we? So we automatically, even pulling up to it, we just knew like, gorgeous venue, love it. We cannot have a Friday night wedding. Yeah,
too far out. And
it was too far.
No lit roads.
No, yeah. And we went on a Sunday in the middle of the day, and it was still sketchy. And we were like, we don't want to have alcohol at our wedding. Right. We have a lot of out-of-town guests.
Yep.
That's their safety or their lives in our hands. It's a daytime wedding.
Yeah, daytime wedding
if you don't want to party.
But then they had a nice light set up that nighttime.
It was gorgeous. Like once you got to it, it was all lit up and very pretty and whatnot, but it was the getting there part.
I think the same person designed Notting Hill, right?
Yes.
She said that.
I think so, yeah.
So they had a very similar design with that one. We actually looked at Noah's. I'm not sure if you guys seen Noah's on the news lately. Is Noah's event, wedding venue, event
they're
center,
like, Noah's event venue, and we looked there. I will say, honestly, it was a close one, and I will say
Yeah.
my parents even liked it because of the location. Hotels around, restaurants around, like if somebody were to come visit or come to the wedding, we wouldn't have to worry about, hey, you should go here, you should go here. Like literally everything was right there. But honestly, coming into it, the guy that showed us around, very nice, very personable. I would work with him.
Yep.
I wouldn't have gone to the venue. Like
Right.
it was still dirty from the night before.
Yeah.
Cleaning crew just didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
And
It was
then-
a lot of red flags.
Yeah, the person I had
Yeah.
talked to via email had scheduled the appointment with.
Didn't show up.
Didn't show up, didn't even tell the person that was there that we were coming. So
Yeah.
it was just a lot of red flags going
Yeah.
up. We thought about it, but then we were just like, no.
I didn't
let's
feel
see.
right about it.
Yeah, and even there was another family that came in while we were there having their graduation party that night, and they were like, so what's going on here?
By the place not set
Yeah,
up.
it was
Dude
really
was
not
like,
clean.
we're gonna get it done. And,
Yeah, and it was an early party. It wasn't like a late party or anything. And we went to go visit
Yep.
at about 11, 12 o'clock. So I'm like, y'all gonna have Cinderella come in here and fix us all up in like literally 2 or 3 hours?
Come to find out now, that whole venue, that
It's
whole
just gone-
company's
yeah,
going
it's
out of
bankrupt,
business,
yeah.
bankrupt. So they actually had, we would have been caught in there
Yeah.
because
It
we were
really
getting mad in
just went-
October and they just went out of business like what 2 weeks ago, 3
Yeah,
weeks
so
ago.
if you had your event planned like this month or
Yeah.
like the month before, you were good. Anytime
But-
after that, they were just like,
Yeah.
no money back,
money
no nothing.
No, half. They gave half back.
Oh, they go.
But still, I mean, yeah, still.
That's like thousands of dollars.
So now you got people out there trying to find a wedding venue and everything in what, 2 months? 60 days.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 months.
So we were definitely, that was like a blessing in disguise for
Yeah.
us. So pay attention to those red flags when you do go out and search. Like, but lo and behold, we found Verona Villa, which is actually located in Frisco. As soon as we pulled up, we were just like, we love it. I didn't even him. He was just kind of like, I love this. So
It's like one of them saying when you look into your first home or apartment, you get to feel like this is the one.
Yeah.
Like you just know it, like yeah, this the one.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's happy, or everybody felt the same way.
I will say by that point we were getting a little like, okay, I'm over this. Let's go ahead and pick a venue. So try not to get to that point, but you will probably get to that point depending on how many you've
Yeah.
looked at. So that's when you start settling. You be
Yeah,
like,
don't
I
settle.
don't mind it. We love it. Actually came with our wedding coordinator, Mackenzie. She has been amazing. I can tell she knows what she's doing. You know that one person you just like, I see why you're in the business that you're in. She's definitely a person. The outdoor patio is what actually sold us, which is also why we picked an October wedding. I don't think we mentioned that, but we knew October was kind of that good Texas weather.
Yeah,
Because we
real.
knew we didn't want to get married outside, but even then, it's like you don't want to get married and it's 100 degrees outside
Right.
anyways, you
Yeah,
know.
guests be miserable in their suits and stuff. So
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we want a semi-formal wedding. We want people to dress up and
Right.
stuff. So anyway, so that's actually what sold us on it. We fell in love with the venue, offered everything that we really liked. As soon as we walked out, we were just like, sold.
Yep.
Where do we sign?
That was
I think
it.
we ended up emailing about a day or two later and got the show on the road.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, so found a venue. Next thing up is what the heck we gonna
Go
feed
eat.
everybody?
What we gonna eat, man? That's what
How
we
we
gonna
gonna
eat. You know what I'm saying?
How we gonna afford to feed everybody?
Well,
All that good stuff.
Real
So,
quick,
yeah.
I'm gonna make sure this don't happen. I hear a lot of couples don't eat at their wedding, man.
We gonna eat.
And make sure I eat. I'm gonna eat.
We gonna eat.
We gonna eat.
Formal and all.
I'm
We
gonna
gonna
eat, man. I'm
So,
gonna
yeah.
be standing holding my plate, talking to people. Yeah,
Burger in
better
one
eat.
hand.
I ain't pay all this money not to eat.
I was a little uneasy about when certain venues make you go with cater or certain vendors.
Yeah.
I now love it because I see why it makes their job that much easier. They don't have to explain how to do things going into it. Those people know what to do and come in. All you gotta tell them is, hey, what time do I have to be here?
Right.
They know the ins and outs of the venue. They don't have to
Yeah.
go through anything. So they just I'm just throwing that out there. So
Right.
it may seem a little annoying up front, but it actually turns out to be
Makes it
really
easy
good,
for
yeah.
everybody.
We actually did about 3 tastings because that's his number 3.
That was the best 3 though.
You can actually go see one of the tastings is actually on his channel.
Yeah, I'll put that in the link
Yeah.
description.
First one was like a whole like actual
Boy,
setup. It
it
was
was
really
good.
nice.
It was
So
good.
I'm still sorry, Dad. It was just me, Quincy, and my mom that went. I did not invite my dad or his mom or anybody.
Oh,
So they were a little
yeah.
salty after they saw the video.
Good,
We were eating real good.
Yeah, real man.
There was like about 2 starters,
Mhm.
and then there was probably about 3 like main dishes, and then 2 desserts. Oh my gosh, that bread pudding I still have dreams about.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we won't go into that. You can go watch the video. And it was free, guys. A lot of these tastings, sometimes they'll be like, yeah, we're doing a event. And I mean, honestly, I see why they do it. You know, you get to sell your food, sell your services. People actually get to try it.
Right.
And you can say yay or nay.
And you're gonna make that money back anyway.
Exactly.
Quick.
Because there was about like 20 couples in there that night.
It was a lot.
It was actually quite a few people. That was really good. So, and of course, That was like the best tasting we had. Honestly,
we picked the best one first.
So of course we were just rating everybody on that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you didn't present a whole like 5-course meal to me.
Yeah.
You didn't do this for me. So yeah. But anyways, they were really good.
Yeah.
A little pricey.
Yeah, a little pricey.
I will say a little pricey.
Yeah.
They were a contender though.
Yeah.
They were one that we were definitely gonna have to do like some cutbacks.
Yeah.
It was probably gonna be smaller. Like a lot of people may have left a little hungry that night. But, I mean, the food would have been bomb though.
Yeah, it would have been
you may have been making a little Taco Bell run on after the wedding.
Whataburger.
But yeah, Whataburger. We actually went to one that's actually a little bit more local.
Yeah, we gonna make this one quick and show you. After going to that first one, going to the second one, it wasn't even close.
It was like, yeah.
Boy.
Between him and my mom, just their facial expressions, I was just like, okay, get us out of here.
Yeah.
They don't like it. I was trying to give it a chance, but y'all, I've never had bad macaroni and cheese.
Boy.
Man, we didn't record that. That's probably for a reason. Y'all, that macaroni and cheese, I was like, somebody Granny ain't back there. This is like the new wife. The new wife was back there. Granny wasn't back there.
She said the new wife.
I'm just saying. So,
all right,
anyway,
we gonna leave that one there. We gonna bash it too much. They just weren't right for us.
And moving on, I found Chef Mimi, talked to her, price was right, showed it to him. I was like, well, okay. I will say this, we wanted to do a station type setup. I want people
Buffet
to
station.
Buffet station.
Yeah.
People walk around, try different things. I didn't want everybody to be congested in one. We didn't want the traditional plate dinner.
No.
That was just us. This whole wedding, I will say, we want different.
Yeah, we want
There's a lot of stuff that even our parents would be like, that's what y'all doing?
Yeah.
Why y'all doing that? Let's set up a tasting. She does actually charge per tasting, but if you decide to go with her, it actually goes into your amount, the price or whatever.
And you get to keep the food too.
Yeah, that too. Well, I
Yeah.
thought you get to that.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm playing. So she actually tasting out of her house and whatnot. I know this one was a little nervous at first because we didn't know where it was gonna be. And this day and age, going to people's houses, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so going to her house. Sweetest person ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we had about 6 different things. Like we actually took to-go bags. Like
Yeah.
when I say to-go bags, I mean bags. Like we took home stuff. My parents took home stuff. Like it was really good. So actually, most of what we ate that night, we're actually gonna have at our wedding. So we are getting our dream of like stations, but condensed. It's still gonna be buffet, but we're doing a variety. We got shrimp and grits. We got Cajun pasta. We've got 2 pasts. We're doing a little cocktail hour. But basically, I think we did about 8 total. So 2 are going to be passed and 6 are going to be buffet style for the reception. I feel like it kind of touches everybody a little bit. Like you got your pasta lovers, you got your sandwich, we're doing some sliders. We're having, salad, a little different stuff. So
got some knees. Hold on, I can cut that. But that's good.
Found a caterer. Quincy and I actually knocked out a lot of our big stuff at the end of 2018. Yeah. So we went into this year like cruising because we were like, okay, we got our venue, we got our photographer, we got our caterer, I got my dress. So right now we're in that stage of it's those little things that you try to push off, and now they're in the back of your mind, now they're at the front of your mind. So don't let it get the best of you. I had a few moments last week where I was like giving myself headaches of all this stuff. Finally wrote it down, and my mom was even telling me like, you got to delegate this stuff. You can't take all this stuff on your own. So that's my advice to anybody. If you're planning a wedding, just write it down, delegate. Like, hey, I need your help with this. He already got a few tasks working on wedding songs. He still ain't done that. Y'all, it's been about 2 weeks, so yeah. Anyways.
I think another thing too, as you start going and those little things, like you said, the back of your mind start coming up. The price of those little things start adding up very quickly.
I get swipe happy, y'all.
Yeah. So it's like, we budgeted, but then it just started adding up very quickly. So just kind of make some extra room in your budget too when you're doing that stuff, because we didn't take into account. It was some decor. Maybe those we
the decorations.
It was the decorations we accounted for, but we didn't count. We did, but
and we kind of we're renting a few things, and then I purchased stuff on my own. We still kind of came out a little bit pricey. I know a lot of people do DIY stuff. Shout out to y'all. We don't have time on our side necessarily the day of the wedding. So we definitely need some people to come in and really know what they're doing and set stuff up and move on.
The venue kind of decorates stuff though.
Yeah, I think that's what sold him on it originally, was the venue speaks for itself. Be honest with your wedding coordinator or vendors about your budget up front.
Yeah, definitely.
I learned that real quick, because at first, you want to go in there real cute. You don't want to say too much because you want to price tag them. But honestly, if you don't say anything, they're going to show you the world. I mean, the decor person that we actually went with, she showed me like dream wedding price. And I was like, whoop, hold up. That's like the whole wedding price. That's the whole budget in just the decor. Don't be hesitant about sharing your budget. I mean, don't.
Make sure your spouse is in agreement. If you want to talk about something for the wedding, set aside the time to do it. Don't just automatically assume. She may have a whole bunch of ideas she ready to throw at me. I'm like, but the game coming up tonight,
really.
man. I want to talk about wedding stuff. So.
Yeah. Frustrating has just been, I don't know. I mean, we've had
For you
some
personally, what do you think most frustrating part?
It's a lot of work. I now see why people hire wedding coordinators to do from the time you get engaged to the time you say I do. I now see that.
Frustrating for me probably was same thing, just a lot of work. Like when you think you got stuff done, the little stuff start popping up. What about this? What about that? What about this? You know, like we found a DJ. Now it's like, okay, what songs you want to play? Okay, well that's his job. And she's like, well, what do you want them to come into? What do you want the parents to come into? What do you want the bridal party? I'm like, oh, bro, I ain't really thinking about all that. Also, just trying to get like the party together, the bridal party. We got great friends, but just trying to relay the information to them too. When the tuxes, bridal gowns, just all that stuff. Just trying to make sure everybody's in the loop as to what's going on and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, we got a few out of town, so
we got a few out of town.
Definitely just working with them.
I think the best thing you said is to give people a heads up notice, especially those coming out of town. Just make people aware. Don't just throw it on them last minute. Just kind of make sure they're aware of everything that's going on and their requirements, what they're going to be required to do. I think that helps out a lot. Helps people prepare for what they're kind of going into. Because being part of the bridal party is kind of a job too.
I mean, you gotta realize they're spending money
like you.
Money like not as much, but hey, they haven't spent some money.
Yeah, they got some money as well.
I think everybody in our wedding actually has kids, so that was something else that we had to really think about because it's like, hey, we may be able to drop and go do X, Y, Z, but they may not be able to move like that too. Right. So we're very mindful of that too up front.
So wrap it up. Bria just came to. We're gonna 60 days. So how we both feel? 60 days now. How you feeling? 60 days.
We've had like an emotion reversal.
How you feeling?
We've had an emotion reversal. First got engaged, I was just like, oh my gosh, brain is in overload. Like, I love you, but brain's in overload right now. Like, oh snap, we gotta actually do this thing, So I think I went from, oh my gosh, nervous to like, all right, let's get this going.
Yeah.
I guess because it's been, like we said, it's been over a year now, year and a half now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I'm feeling with it. Like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. I'm the same way. 60 days now. We talked to some of our friends too, who just got married. He getting pregnant. They said around 60 days. What?
No, he nervous, y'all.
I was, no, for real. About 20 days ago, I was getting nervous. But now, hitting about 60 days, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Yeah, let's get it over with. Now,
because he was like that smooth, easy going in the beginning. Like, all right, cool, we get married.
Man, them days
now he's had some like kitchen moments. He was like, oh gosh, I'm getting married,
Yeah, and sometimes I kind of feel like, dang, I'm getting married. Yeah.
It's been a journey, but it's been a good journey. I would say that. Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been worse. But you made it.
Still ain't made it, baby.
For real, bro.
No. More to come.
This the intro.
The intro to the beginning.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, do all that. The next one, I don't know what the next one's gonna be.
See the real us. We're sitting here trying to tell you about our lives, how so in love we are, get married, get down to the nitty-gritty.
I ain't got none of that stuff.
I'm all tapped out here.
Does it? Huh?
Is it?
Are you gonna close it out?
You gotta come out with a good, like, witty closing. I don't know. Catch y'all on the next one?
Bye.
Whatever.